My daddy's on damage control. My daddy on damage control. Damage in my neck, Cartier, just my wrist. Took some praying hard work just to get like this, but you can never understand all the sacrifices take just to stand on 10 toes. So when life gets... What is up, my blushing glams? Like I said, for me, it's your girl Blush, and I am back with another video. All right, so today's video, we are going to be doing a fragrance review. I don't think I've done this in a while. Y'all know I love fragrance, love to smell good, all that other good stuff, all that other jazz. But today I just wanted to kind of, and excuse if you hear some scratching in the background, that's my dog. But basically I wanted to do a review of one of Ariana Grande's new fragrance. I didn't realize until I was about to do this video, because I wanted to kind of like confirm some of the notes, that it's actually a collection. So there's actually 3 other fragrances that I probably could have included in this review. I didn't know that. So we're just going to be doing one review for one of the fragrances in the collection. The other 3, if I can get my hands on them in the next few weeks or so, I'll just kind of like add on to this review. But I had already started. I made my mind up that I was going to do the review for the one that I have. So we're going to continue. Program is going to keep going per usual. But anyways, so some of you know, may not know, I don't think I've ever kind of disclosed this, but I actually do gravitate to some of Ariana Grande's perfume for some reason. Now I do realize that she kind of has a theme with most of her fragrances. They usually kind of have similar scents. They're going to be in the line of like candy, vanilla, sweet type of things. Some people may take that as being juvenile. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're juvenile. Her fragrances can go for anyone that is like a teenager who's just kind of getting into perfumes. Like if you want to get your teenage person some fragrances, Ariana Grande's perfume is definitely perfumes to start off with. Maybe you're in college, you know, and you're not quite, your collection is not quite hitting the niche collection yet. Ariana Grande's perfume definitely is good for start out in that area. And also, if you're just, you know, you like perfume, you like to smell good, her fragrances are not so juvenile that even like the most fragrance enthusiast wouldn't be able to enjoy her fragrance. If you are just going to hang out, quick lunch date, a brunch or anything like that, nothing that's going to be extravagant, not like, you know, a night out, not like a gala or anything like that, but something that you just want to smell good. They're long lasting, they're sweet, they're not overpowering. Sometimes they can have that powdery, sweet and flirty at the same time. So I would definitely recommend Ariana Grande's fragrance if you're kind of like in any of those 3 areas of your life when it comes to fragrance. But anyways, I don't want to ramble too much, but I will remind those that have just come into my channel and stumbled over this video. If you're not part of the Blushing Glam family, it's not that difficult to become. You don't have to do anything spectacular or anything difficult to join the Blushing Glam family. It's very simple. Very simple. All you do is like look down there, there's a subscribe button, click on it and make sure that bell is also clicked on as well, so that not only are you part of the Blushing Glam family, but you get a notification every time I post. All right, so let's get into it. So the box is nothing really spectacular. It basically says what the fragrance says. This one is light pink. Like I said, I haven't picked up the other 3, so I don't know if the boxes are the same color throughout the collection, but the one that I got, which is Pink Woods, this is pretty much the box. It has like some stamping on it here, like, I don't know, like embossed stamping on there, which basically says the Love Notes Fragrance Collection by Ariana Grande, and then the AG, I'm assuming, is her initials, of course. And then there's some more embossing on the side, which again basically says Love Notes by Ariana Grande. So throughout the box, you're just getting the name of the fragrance on there. Oh, and there's also some embossing at the top. There's a number 3, so I don't know what that number 3 means. It could be that this is like the 3rd one of the collection, because I think there's a total of 4. But yeah, if I get to find out what the embossing at the top for the Roman numeral 3 means, I will go ahead and kind of like put it in here. Now this is kind of going to be my first impression, but my fake first impression, because I have already worn this out. We went out, we hung out yesterday, so nothing spectacular. We didn't do anything crazy, but I did wanted to kind of try it out and see how it smelled, and I did definitely like the way it smelled. So the packaging on the perfume is as well is nice, but it's a bit underwhelming. So again, it's nothing crazy, but it's just very sleek, very minimalistic. You get a lot, I think, because I think this was probably between, this was like 80 bucks if I'm not mistaken. I got this at Ulta, and so yeah, I think for what you pay for it, this is a pretty decent size bottle. On here it's just like a linen type labeling on here with the name Pink Woods. It mentions on here jasmine petals, tonka, and cashmere woods. All right, so now let's kind of get into the notes before I pretty much tell you my impression and how I felt about it as far as the longevity of it and things like that. Now I did make sure this time around I did a little bit of research so I can come to you guys and give you the notes. I'll also try to go ahead and put it on here as well if I remember. So editing, blush, make sure to add that on. Okay, so the notes for Love Notes, Pink Woods, the one that I have, it opens up with Italian bergamot. Then the mid notes are vetiver and lotus flower. Then you get to the base, which is a blend of tonka bean and cashmere woods, as well as cotton candy. So if I do recall, I did mention in the beginning of this video that she kind of has this theme here. Most of her fragrances are definitely going to have a candy scent in there, and in this case it was cotton candy. I can say honestly, what I pick up when I do have the fragrance on, you definitely are going to get that woodsy. It's like woodsy and vanilla at the same time. I can definitely get the cashmere, I get the cotton candy, and I do get the tonka bean. I will say that I do get those three when I put the fragrance on. Now, the longevity of the perfume, I would say it lasts. I had the fragrance on maybe like around 2 something. I didn't get home until about maybe 11. And then I also sprayed it not only on me, but on the shirt. The next morning, when I basically smelled the shirt, the fragrance was still on there. Now, it's not overpowering. It's not something that, like, my favorite line, who's that lady? No, it's not one of those fragrances, but it is very nice. Like, if you get close to your person or someone close to you, they can definitely smell it. It is very subtle and flirty, but at the same time, it's cute. It's cute. It's cute, nothing crazy. Now, going back to the packaging, I would say that the packaging also reminds me a lot of the Zara perfume line. If I remember the collection of the Zara perfume collection that I'm talking about, I'll post the notes somewhere here, but the bottle is very similar to that. Now, the Zara labeling doesn't have like this linen thing here. It's kind of like regular wording on the bottle, and their bottle are more round, but the top is similar. You get like this metal piece here at the top, and just like the sleekness of this, the minimalist sleekness of the bottle, you get that just like the Zara perfumes. To be honest, the longevity and the way the projection of the perfume is very similar to Zara's own as well. Like I mentioned to you guys before, this is not something that's like beast mode, but it is something that if you're just going out, you get something to eat, especially in the summer, and actually this can go into fall as well. Because of the woodsy in here, I would definitely say this can go for fall as well. But summer, the cotton candy in it and the vetiver, I would say it's definitely a summer fragrance. So if you haven't tried Ariana Love Notes, try it out, see how you like it. I would say I would give it an 8 out of 10, just because I'm not like, wow, it's not beast mode, but it is a very nice fragrance. Hope you guys liked my impression, my first impression of Love Notes. I'll try to get the other 2, 3 scents that's in the collection and do another video for that. But until next time, peace.